to the part 6 of this tutorial, India Fights Corona Android app. So in this part, we are going to learn the grid layout and the home screen. But before that, I want to tell you a little bit that this app bar and this side drawers that we learned in the last lecture, we should segregate them and keep it in separate folder because every time you have to add a app bar or drawer, you will not copy paste this item, but we will just copy our custom app bar or custom site drawer. What I mean is slightly difficult to understand right now, but let's do some action and we'll come to know. So what I will do, I will add one folder in this library folder. Look, click on the library and this is the new folder option. Click on it and add app bar as your folder. And now on clicking on app bar, click on this icon new file and write down my app bar dot. So my app bar dot is one new file we have created under app bar. Similarly, come to the lib folder and create a new folder, that is drawer. In the drawer folder, you again do one thing, click on new file and my drawer dart. This is the extension we are giving dart file because dart is nothing but the coding language for Flutter. So dart is the extension. Now we have app bar and drawer, these two folder, and inside that we have our files dart. I mean app bar my app bar dart, and in the drawer folder we have my drawer dart. Now what we will do in the main dart file, okay, in the main dart file, I will pick up everything which has been wrapped by app bar. So I am carrying everything up to app bar. Remember, I am taking everything and I am doing Control X for cutting this data and pasting somewhere else. But before that, before cutting this, let me tell you how to create the new file or how to create new layout for this data to be pasted. So in Flutter we have facility of auto suggestion. So if you type st, I am in my app bar file, remember, and if you type st you will get Flutter stateless widget, the second option. Click on that and write down the file name or class name my app bar. Okay, my app bar. Remember, there is a convention, your file name should start with a small letter, this my app bar, whereas class name should always begin with a capital letter. So this is the convention we will follow throughout this series or lecture, and everyone follows it. Still I am seeing the errors. These errors are because we have not imported the file which is very important, that is material.dart. Just type material, you will get that. Now all the errors are gone. Now what I want to return is nothing but the app bar, and that will be written like this. So what I will do, I will cut everything till app bar and I will paste it in place of container. So in place of container I am pasting app bar. So look, this last comma is there. In place of comma you have to give this mark, okay, semicolon, because this is returning the value, and when you return the value it should always end with the semicolon. So this is the app bar. Now just Control S, save the file. Yeah, file has been saved, but still we are facing error in the main dart file. So no problem, because we have moved our app bar to a brand new file. We need to import that file in the main file. So I will write import /. Now what is this // I will just tell you shortly. This / means it is going one directory back, and this slash will give me okay, we are in main directory, right? We are in main.dart file. Look, we are here and I want to point to the app bar and my app bar.dart, this file. So I will simply write / app bar and automatically I get my app bar.dart. So I am pointing my app bar and I will now write preferred preferred size. Look, this is preferred size child. What is child? My child is nothing but my app bar, and that have already imported through the above implementation, that this app bar, my app bar. So I will write down child as my, you can press escape so that you will get suggestion. Yeah, my app bar, right? What is preferred size? I will quickly show you what is preferred size, and it is so very important. Write size dot from height and mention height as 20, and I'll just tell you, give the comma, don't forget to give comma. Now look, app bar in one line only, because this is the main file. This entire file is main file. Main file should be simplified, it should not be complex one. So app bar will be in one line. Similarly, drawer will be in one line. So our app will be simplified. But before that, let me show you what is the, look at the height here. 20 height is too small, so preferred size, I will say let's put up to 50 and see what are the effect. And 50 is nice. If you want little bit larger, then you can put 100 also, but 100 is too much large, so I recommend you to use 60, which is mostly preferred by everyone. So 60 is the perfect height. If I remove this import, for example, you will get the purpose. If I uncomment, if I comment this and save it, you will get the error. Method app bar is not defined. So that import is very important. You must import whatever function you are using. So my app bar is the class which is mentioned in the my app bar.dart file. So this file has to be imported in main.dart, then only you will not get the error. Please save the file, and once we save, the error will be gone. Now again, if you haven't understood the process, I will do the same process for drawer. So in drawer, I will create st, that will give me the stateless widget option. Click on that, and my file name, class name will be my drawer, my drawer. Extend state. So still error exists because we want to import material.dot file. So write material, you will get. Now we have imported. What we will return? We will return drawer. Look, in that case, in my app bar case, we return app bar, and in my drawer we are returning drawer. Okay, it is very simple. Now go to main.dart. There is your drawer. Take everything from drawer. I will take entire drawer here till the last. I will use Ctrl X. I will go to my drawer, and I will delete this, and I will Ctrl V. And the last comma you have to remove it and give semicolon, so it will be saved. So Ctrl S, save this file. Now go to main.dart, and here just mention my drawer. You got the suggestion, so I will press enter, and here you can see auto import from package. So that is cool feature of this Flutter. If you click on my drawer, it will automatically import. Look, I haven't imported this package India Fight Corona drawer, my drawer. So this is one of the feature. You can add manually, or you can have this automatically imported using Flutter suggestions. So this much has been done. Please remember, this is important because we need this separately, and your functionality will not be affected. But what is the use of this? I will come to that very soon, because we are going to create lot of pages. Every time we will not write a lot of content. We will simply write app bar and drawer, and you will get this scaffolding on your page. So we'll forward, or we'll proceed to new screen, that is home screen. and we'll have grid layout on that. So I will write home screen. Look, home screen has not been created yet, therefore it is giving error. No problem, just save it and soon we are going to create home screen. So on the lib, click on the lib, new folder, give the name home, and in the home file you can create new file. That file name will be home screen dot. In the home screen dot create stateless widget, give the name home screen dot, not dart here, only home screen. So this capital home screen, look, the name start with H and here name start with small h. This is the convention, please remember. Now I will import material dot as usual and error will be gone. Now what we are going to do, we will save this. We got some error home screen. Look, you can see the error in this console. Method home screen isn't defined for the class my app. So in the main file you can see this is the class my app, for which home screen method has not been defined, and they are very true because we haven't defined. Two ways you can solve this error. You can rewrite the class name home screen and it will auto import. Look, it will auto import, or you can manually import and then write home screen, that is also fine. So got my point. Our file becomes so much simplified. Our main file, anyone can understand this is home, app bar, drawer and body. So and here you will get all our routes in the collection or collection as an array. So this main file should be as much simplified as possible in order to avoid confusion to anyone who is doing the programming or who is understanding your program. So let's move to the next part, that is we'll learn something on home screen and what to do on the home screen. Okay, so I will not return container, but I want grid layout instead. And grid layout is always a boxes, or you can say the modular content to be displayed on the screen is always achieved through grid layout. So I will write grid layout. So grid layout can be written as grid view dot. So there are four methods: extend, custom, count and builder. We will write grid view dot count. Okay. Reason being, we want only 6 menus and builder is used for undefined, means if your content is generating from the unknown sources, you don't know how many boxes are there. In that case, we will use grid view dot builder method, and grid view dot count is when you know the count. If you know the exact count, how many menus you are going to create, at that time you will use the grid view dot count. So just show me what are the different options available in grid view dot count. First of all, cross axis count. So this, how many counts per axis, means per row how many menu you want. I want 2 menu, because if you remember our design we have 2 menu. Then we want cross axis spacing. That spacing should be in between spacing. We'll see all this when our menus are ready. Main axis spacing should be 10, cross axis and main axis. Then we should have the what other things is required. Cross axis count, means count spacing in horizontal and vertical direction, that we have done. And now we will have the children. So grid view take the children and not child. Remember, children means multiple widget we can add, but child means only 2 child. So to understand what is this, I will quickly write menu 1, comma, again text menu 2, comma text menu 3. If I refresh it, let me show you. Look, I got this menu 1, menu 2, menu 3. Okay, now these are the menus, and We have created this using this gridview.count. So gridview.count is very easy. When you know finite numbers of grids, you have to use gridview.count. But we are not going to use text. Instead, what we are going to use is card, and card is the widget. You are going to learn it. It's new for you, so no problem. Please type escape button. Now elevation. Card will always have some elevation to fill its effect, and child will be, let's say our child is text, and we'll have card 1 or menu 1. So if I save it, you can see we got this card. It's nice and it feels very nice that we have generated our first card. If I copy this card and if I pasted it again, don't forget to give comma, it will give you error. Card 1, I will write card 2 here. Nice. But if you notice one thing, there is no gap in between this. So I want gap. So for giving the gap from all the sides, I will add padding. Padding is keyword or a parameter which will give the space equally from all sides. So for give the padding, you have to write age inset. Age inset. This is quite complicated word, but don't worry. Age insets dot all means from all side I have to give padding, so I will give age insets dot all 10, and if I save, you will see the effect. Everything or every gap has been created from all the side. So this is the effect of age insets dot all. Now coming to the next part, what we are going to do is we will wrap this uh, we'll wrap this children with the what we want to achieve is in this card we should have one menu, means one icon, and below that we should have the name of that icon. So we will use the new concept or new widget, that is nothing but column. Remember that column is very important concept and we'll learn it. So please remember, or if you remember what how to refactor. So refactor with column. Now this column, so what we will do, will not have a child as a text. Instead our child will be column. Why column? I'll tell you why column. Let me explain it with the help of some graphical paint. Let's say paint. Quickly I will tell you. Suppose this is a column, this is our card. I want to add, now card take only one widget, so we cannot have multiple widgets. So card, this is the card. Now I want to add some icon, and below the icon I want to add some name. So your let's say this is icon, and this is your let's say this is your name. Now look, this card, this outer card takes only one child. So either I can add icon or either I can add name. Both cannot be added. So in order to accommodate both, I have to add the new widget that will accompany the both, and that red line is nothing but the column. So column will always occupy as many child as you want in vertical direction. And at the same time I want to tell you about rows can add as many child as you want, but only in the horizontal direction. So this is very important concept, and you can remember this illustration is very important. So back to our basics. Column can be added by typing col. You will get the option. Now I want to add what I want to add is icon. So column will have multiple children, so children, and you can see widget, and multiple widget you can add. So in children widget, first widget will be icon. So if I write icons dot let's say lock, first lockdown icon, so I will just add lock. And if you want to see the effect, I can show you. This is the lock. Look, lock has come. Now I want to add this size or size. Yeah, size option is there. I will say 120, and this lock will be yup. The next step we want to add. Remember, this is the column. So column can have multiple child vertically. So I can add divider. What is divider? I will tell you. You can see the visual effects if you want. Control S, and you get this line. If you can't see, I can give thickness to this line. Thickness, let's say 10, and now you will be able to see. Yeah, this is the but that much thickness is not required. We will have only thickness of 5 or say 2. That is much. Yeah, and in this column again I will add some text, and that text will be nothing but lockdown 3 May. So you have to add briefly. Look, this is the icon, and it feels very good. And we can add some color and all everything. So that will be done quickly now. For that, you have to do one thing. You need to wrap the column with the container. So refactor this with container. Card will be the parent widget, so don't worry. Container will be the child of card, and container can have column, and column can have multiple child. So container, and color will be the colors dot gray, and this gray color have been selected by me. You can select any color you want. If you want to see the effect, you can see now this has become gray. One more color we have to add is nothing but the icon color, and icon color I want to add is purple, because I have selected that color from the beginning. But purple color hard writing is not required. So what we will do, I will write color, and I will write theme dot of you write and click on this. It will give you the automatic of context dot primary color. So what is this primary color? This primary color corresponds to this color, that is primary swatch, and it will be reflected everywhere. Now this is blue. If I save this, your color will be blue. But our application demands the purple color, so I will write purple here everywhere. So colors dot purple. Only one place I have to mention that, and everywhere it will be okay, cool. Now last thing, we have to add lockdown theme in little bit bolder and larger text. So what I will do, I will write style, and it text style. I will write font. Please type escape. Font weight. Font weight should be, let's say, font weight dot bold. So this is the feature. Then we want font size, and font size should be 20, and if I save this, yeah, so this is our first menu, and we are very much confident that we are on the right way. And now we will add our all the menus and grid layouts. So what do you think, we will just copy and paste this every time? No. If you want, you can do that, of course. You have to copy paste this for at least 6 times. So I will recommend you to use the function for that. And function is a great way to do or achieve this. So what I will do, so below stateless widget, create one new widget, return my card, small, my card, and should be widget, because we are manually creating widget. So widget my card, and this card will return, my card will return. Look, this is a little bit complicated at first, but don't get complicated, don't feel it is complicated. It's very easy, and it is the way most of the programmers do it. So return, I have cut that card and I am pasting it here. At the end of the card, instead of comma, you just give a semicolon. Okay, so this is your my card design. And now this context, you can see context means situation. So this card don't know what is the situation outside this build method. So the card don't know what is the context, what is the situation. So I have to pass the context to my card context. So this context will be passed from this context. Now what? We want to add the my card. Look, I am just writing my card context. Now what next? I want to add, I want to pass icon. Okay, icons dot lock, and I want to add title. Title is nothing but let's say lockdown 3 May, lockdown 3 May. So this is the idea, but I am getting error. Yeah, it's quite obvious because you have mentioned only one parameter context. So I have to pass icon, and I have to pass the next thing is title. So title, icon, and context. Now instead of lockdown 3 May, I will write the title instead of title. So instead of icons dot log, I will write icon, and instead of this context will be replaced. Now what is the benefit of this? Why we are doing so much hard work to achieve this? We have already achieved it? No, that is not the answer, because it might seems little bit harder at this stage, but if I want to replicate this, that will be extremely easy. If I save this, you'll see the magic, and you will get 3 grids. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Just writing one sentence and you are getting a lot of things at hand. So I will just quickly edit this and will be very well done with this front screen. So I will write icons dot let's say insert chart. This is the icon for chart. So we will write here corona status. If I save, you can see the effect immediately, corona status. And next I want to add is nothing but do's and don't. So icon I have selected for that is add alert, add alert, or add alarm. Let's say what add alert, I think it should be, yeah, add alert. And the title I will write is do's, title will write do's and don'ts, and I will save it and I will see the change. Yeah, do's and don'ts. So next I want to add is nothing but I will just copy it 3 more times, control C and cut. Okay, now next thing I want to add is Arogya Setu app. So for that, icons dot app, and here I will write Arogya Setu app. In the next thing I want to add is emergency. So I will write icons dot local hospital. There is option. You can see multiple images are there. If you want, you can change it, but our app has been predefined, so I am adding that, and I have the list of icons. That's why I am adding it easily. So emergency in case of emergency, and do's and don't have become twice. So last thing I am going to add is nothing but about us, and for that I have to write I tag face, icons dot tag faces, and in here I will write about us. If I save it, you'll see the 6 icons, and our app is very much scrollable. If you want to fit this in one frame, you can do it, no problem, but little bit scrolling is quite easy and quite nice. So if you want, you can reduce the icon size also and card size also. So I think that's it. We have done pretty much well job. And if you want to format this spacing and all, don't do manually. Just press Alt Shift F. I repeat, Alt Shift F, and everything will be formatted as per your need. So what we have done, we have written the card. This card function. This is the one function, and we can have multiple menus from this function. So I am writing my card here, and every time I am passing arguments, and our design will be fixed. So that's it, and I think this is much important topic. Today we learn grid view, columns, cards, and lot of things. So in the next part we will see how to click on these cards and how to navigate to the different screen. So for today I'll stop here. Thank you, and please subscribe to my channel if you like my videos. Thank you. Jai Hind.